Hey everybody, it's day 5 of Bookmas. Hey everybody, my name is Sophie, the Bookish floor. Welcome back to my channel. We are doing a series called Bookmas, in which I am trying to read 24 books in 24 days, one for each day leading up to Christmas. And these are all gonna be holiday, winter solstice, Christmassy books. Hopefully we're gonna be having a lot of fun. This is day 5. We already read a couple of not so great books and a couple of really great books. And today I'm gonna try and hit a home run with a rom-com type Hallmark Lifetime movie. I think the last couple of books have been like that. So I think for the next couple of ones I might change it up a bit. But let's see how it goes with this ones. Definitely this is the season for rom-coms. As you guys know from previous videos, if you have seen me before, I'm not a fan of contemporary romance. I'm not a fan of the miscommunication tropes. I'm not a fan of the insta-love and all that. However, the only time where I can kind of suspend my disbelief, and kind of because I have had my Christmas books that I've hated, it is during the Christmas season because it's full of magic. If you have seen what's been on Netflix and Hallmark and all that, if you show me something like Hot Frosty, I'm gonna go for it because it's so bizarre that you might as well just have fun. If you just show me something that is a miscommunication trope where everything can be fixed by people telling the truth, it depends. If the people are very charming and I like them, I might just go with it, but it's really difficult for me to believe it because if you just can solve the whole conflict of the story in one sentence, especially between adults, it's hard for me to follow. So let's see how this book handles that. Well, I don't know if that's the trope. The one that I'm reading today is It Happened One Christmas Eve. And this is the story about a woman who is a socialite. Well, she's not a socialite because she is in charge of the Museum of Literature. But she does come from like a wealthy, respected family. She's like part of society and she's expected to make a match. And it is supposed to be announced on this day that she is to be married. And this is an arranged marriage. It seems like everybody in her family has had one of those, whatever is best for the family and for society. And it seems like they have had success, but she doesn't necessarily seem to want to go ahead with that plan. And she might think that she wants to do something different. She's not necessarily in love with anyone. She just wants to carve a different path for herself. So I guess we're gonna see how that one goes. I'm gonna make a recipe that I've been thinking of doing while I listen to that book, and I might do some admin work on my computer beforehand. I have some editing to do, and then I might give you an update, and then I might do the recipe. So I don't know exactly what order that's gonna be. Maybe you'll see something else before. I'm not sure, but anyways, this is the start of the video. So welcome to day 5. everybody, so I'm back. I finished the book. It happened one Christmas Eve, and this was a fun one. It was a little out there, but like I mentioned before, if you have read or seen, I have it right here, Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist. Yeah, this is the cover of the movie, which I'm a huge fan of, and I actually also read the book and I really like it. If you know this story, it follows two kids through a whole night throughout New York trying to find this band. So although these are not two kids and they're not trying to find the band, it pretty much follows two people throughout the city while the girl is trying to escape her family and what they have decided the best future for her is. So she decided that she will not go through the arranged marriage. She escapes the ball where they were supposed to announce the engagement. And this journalist kind of saves her. He gets a carriage. They kind of go off. And then after that, they like all sorts of things happen. So those are the kind of stories that I like. One day, a million little things happens. Why do I like those? Because when a lot of things happen to you, like momentous things, those actually do make people closer together, and or they bring people closer together. And even though I'm not a fan of the insta love, the I love you, marry me the next day, if a lot of like traumatic events or a lot of things that are very important or significant happen within X amount of time, obviously you are gonna have a bigger bond. And obviously this is a rom-com, nothing like extreme happens. Like the most extreme thing is they get mugged in the park. She has to, I think she had like a gown. I don't know if she was, I can't remember if she was wearing it or she had it, like the gown that she was supposed to wear, she had it in her hands. And then she had like her regular outfit, but the muggers take the gown, which is like a $6,000 gown. They take his wallet and all that. So they're pretty much out of money. However, he's very smart, and he says that he always carries a little bit of cash in his sock. So they are able to go in through go into the subway and at least ride until like Grand Central Station. I think they are in New York, or the main station. So they're supposed to ride there and then just waited until like the next day and figure out how they can get help. Before that, I got a little bit lost because I was doing some editing. But I know they are able to go into a boutique, or he has some sort of contact and she's able to get like like a changing of clothes or something like that. So she ends up dressed like an elf, I guess, and he ends up dressed like Santa, or I'm not sure if he was dressed like Santa before. Some sort of way they end up dressed as Santa and an elf in the subway, and he starts just like singing to everybody. And they start, when they see kids, like he pretends he's Santa for the kids, and he's very endearing, very charming. People help them out, and because they do this, they end up getting help when they see that they are stranded in the train station. A lady assumes that they're a married couple and offers them accommodations for the night if they can entertain the people where she works at. And turns out she works like at a retirement home, and they're gonna stay there for the night. So they end up going there, helping out a little bit, and then they finally get to go to her family. Like they get a little bit of help and they get to go to her family's cabin. By the time they get there, all sorts of things have already happened. They kind of already made out because the elderly couple thinks that they are a couple and they pretend they are. So yeah, you know, it's not the one bed trope, but it's the, oh, they think we're married trope, so let's go ahead and pretend. And then once they go to the cabin, oh, and they also discover that the engagement ring that she's supposed to have, or that she had from this guy she's supposed to marry, is a fake. So the guy she's supposed to marry is a fraud. So yay for her. She doesn't have to marry him anymore. And then she goes to her cabin to escape, to kind of think what they're gonna do. And family shows up. They think he's a reporter, that he's been investigating her parents, that he's gonna write a whole article about them. She kind of dismisses the guy, goes back to her parents, and when she goes to her parents, I'm kind of telling you the whole story. The dad is actually like, no, yeah, I mean, it's their job to keep us in our toes. Keep us in our toes? Something like that. And yeah, they're investigating us, but that's fine. I don't mind, and there's nothing wrong. So they kind of, goes looking for him, and they end up together at the end. I know I just told you the whole story. I know I'm probably gonna put something that said spoilers beforehand. Sorry about that, but I always tell the whole story here. Yeah, maybe I should cut that. So anywho, yeah, the story is very charming. Everything happens in one Christmas Eve. When it comes to like movies, this is definitely like, before on the other video I said, if there's like a tier ranking, you have like theater movies is got tier, and then like Lifetime movies are like the worst movies ever, and the other one was a Lifetime movie. This one is definitely like a Netflix movie. So I could see it being like a Netflix movie. So yeah, it was a fun one. I really liked it. It definitely better than the other one. And the other one is actually a trilogy. I can't believe it. So if you're looking for a rom-com this holiday, it happened one Christmas Eve. It's definitely a good one. Go and check that one out. I would really recommend it. I had a lot of fun with it. Yeah, and it's very charming. It has tropes, but definitely none over the top. And even though it's an insta love, it's kind of believable, like I said, because they're going through a lot of stuff together, and they're going to very like poignant stuff together. So you would get why they would bond so much. It's not like frivolous things. So yeah, I think it's I think it's a lot of fun. So I would definitely recommend. So yeah, that was day number 5. Let me know if you have read this book before, or if you're planning on reading it. Remember that down there on the description you have all the ways that you can support this channel, and you can follow me on my social media, and also you can go ahead and hit that like button or the subscribe button if you wanna go ahead and do so, and also ring that bell so you can get notified every time I upload a video. Remember that on this series I'm uploading every day until Christmas Eve, so wish me luck on that. Remember to keep reading and keep blooming, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!